I'm back. That little voice inside your head. Listen, our business could use a new laptop, and Office Depot Office Max has huge Black Friday doorbusters. Save $400 on an HP laptop with 8th generation Intel Core i7 processor. Only $449.99. It starts at OfficeDepot.com on Thursday at 12:01 a.m. and in-store Friday at 7:45 a.m. Go ahead, you deserve it. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Limit 1.
This is a Vencast Studios production.
On Almighty Baller Radio.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 12 of Riding the Pine. I am Hondo, here with Guy. Guy, what's up?
Yo, coming at you live at the Hondoplex, Studio 116.
You know, we have it up. I bought a little stadium seating to use, during the rest of the, 1,000 games that are ahead of us. So
I'm so reclined right now.
Everything's working out. Hey, we recorded on Thursday, but we're recording again because we record all the time, for the 1,230 games that are going on.
Yeah.
We got to be here every week. So we got some fun things going on. Our traditional long form episode hits you today. But there's a lot of cool stuff that happened even over the last couple days.
Yeah.
A potential nominee for Game of the Year, I believe.
For sure, man.
And we'll get into it.
We'll have to get right into it, man.
So, you know what? We're gonna go right into it. We have to go right into it. There's no other option. So we are gonna go right into gameplay. So we are gonna go. Right into gameplay this week. We're gonna get right into it. So as we always do, let's start the timer. Here we go. 24 seconds. Best news of the week. All right, I'm going to start it off. Boston versus Golden State is a Game of the Year nominee.
What?
I think we had, a 15? No, not 15. I think it was like 13 at this point. A 13-game winning streak, a 7-game winning streak. They're both battling each other.
Yeah.
Boston, even down a few players, is still winning this game.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Kyrie against just a full staff. Golden State, you can't ask for better basketball action this early in the season than this. This is fun. It went to the very end. This is like, if you're a diehard like us, you're tuning into this game.
Speaking of Warriors losing, Warriors lose their momentum against the Sixers. Sixers go up 47 to fucking 26, 27 after one quarter. Gets everyone ablaze, man. At halftime, they're yelling, Embiid's going to tweet at us. Embiid's going to gram us. We can't have this. And they go back and they win the game, and Embiid gets a concussion and all that junk. But, man, that game was a scare for Warriors fans everywhere. If Embiid takes you down, if Embiid takes Zaza out of the game, man, you guys got work to do.
Oh, my God. All right, here's my second story. Who is John Collins? I have no idea who John Collins is because the Atlanta Hawks are not winning games. But they have this semi-budding star in John Collins. I don't know if it just NBA.com just had an exclusive deal with John Collins, but he is making the highlight reels on
a nightly basis.
Every single function. He scored 18 off the bench. Yeah, it's going on. Also, just a quick shout out, Hassan Whiteside. You have a potential Play of the Year nomination with your 5-on-1 dunk. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Speaking of oh my God, the Timberwolves praise the Jeebus. Are 5 games over 500 for the first time since 2005. You know what happened? You know what happened in 2005? Brokeback Mountain was a movie. You know what happened in 2005? YouTube was founded. You know what happened in 2005? iPod Nano was a thing. A little like fucking quarter-sized player.
Oh my God.
And now we can put that shit in our ears wirelessly. Chris Paul was the NBA Rookie of the Year that year. That's how long it's been.
That's it. Yeah. We're done. The 24-second shot clock is over, but we're running at you with some stats. And I got some really great stats for you this week.
I got some really good stats for you this week.
All right. We'll just hit it on up. So James Harden and Eric Gordon are going 1, 2, and 3-pointers made this season. 74-54. Curry is behind them.
Oh my God.
That is crazy.
That's scary.
So it's dangerous just in terms of how lethal they are from beyond the arc.
They're so dangerous that they've actually won each of the past 5 road games by at least 15 fucking points.
What?
Tying the longest streak in NBA history. They're actually 9-1 on the road this year. Good for best in the NBA.
Are you kidding me?
No. 15 or more points per road game. That's ridiculous.
Okay. All right. So you have some Embiid trivia here for everybody.
Yeah, apparently at Staples Center, in one weekend, Joel Embiid scored more points than Lonzo Ball has in his entire career so far.
I love that. Also, I want to hit another stat about Joel Embiid. His 47-15, 7-7 monstrosity of a game he's the first person in NBA history to do this.
Yeah, right. And like the fifth player in NBA history to do like 45, 15, and 5 and 5.
Like that's just stupid. That's stupid. So Guy, I hid a trivia point from you because I did not want you seeing this. I wanted you to guess who is tied at 84 apiece this season in leading the league in this category.
Okay, so
there's two players, two players across both conferences.
Okay,
they're tied for what stat in leading the league?
Blocks and rebounds.
Nope. This is 84. 84 turnovers goes to James Harden and Boogie Cousins. They are tied. They are tied and running off with the turnovers.
You threw me off with the TBD.
I couldn't expose it. I couldn't have you guessing it that early on.
Yo, but exposed, man. The Blazers last year were exposed as one of the defensive liabilities of the league. Like, how could they actually ever grow? And they got Yusuf Nurkic, and this year they're good for second in the league right now in defense.
What?
I didn't understand that. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense. But how could you be Mo Karkless?
I have no idea. Oh my God. So you have a couple of other stats here.
Man, we just are rolling with the Rockets tonight, I guess. James Harden is currently leading the league in points at 31.4, assists with 10.1, 3-pointers with 74
now.
And then free throws with 135.
What?
And what the fuck is a BPM? He's leading the league in BPM with 10.2. Yo, what is BT?
What's
BPM?
Blocks per minute or beats per minute?
Beats per minute.
It's beats per minute. He's dunking with the Beats by Dre headphones.
Oh, dude.
That's
10.2 times.
That has to be it. No idea. If you're is that God? Phone in. We need some help here. No idea what this stat is.
It's actually box score plus or minus, which exactly.
I got it.
They couldn't do BSPM because that'd be bullshit per minute, right?
Yeah, that's probably just not going to fly with everybody. Hey, so everybody, we're back. We're back with highlights from the 1230
Everybody
Project.
in the club getting tipsy.
1230 Project. This was probably the most exhausting day of picking any sports scores ever.
It was so exhausting.
So 1230 games. That's the entire NBA season. Guy, I want to tell you that we are 234 games in. We're approximately 19% of the way done.
I like that. I needed to know that. With
the NBA season. And Guy, it is a close one.
Ooh.
It is a very, very close one between you and I. So who do you think is leading at this point?
I think I am. I have to ride with me. Me, myself, Irene.
Yeah, you're going to be riding from the deeper part of the bench right now because Hondo is winning. I picked 149. You picked 143. We're both picking above 60% for the season.
That's awesome.
So
we started strong with 29%.
I'm picking at 63.6 and you're picking at 61.1. So there's a lot of things going on. I do not believe that you pick the Charlotte Hornets anytime during this season. So that is yet to be determined.
Right.
There's the other funny one was we both picked OKC over the Wolves when the Wolves ended up beating them.
Yeah.
That was frustrating.
Right.
A couple other, Memphis has been just tremendously hard to pick. Memphis, Indiana, and the Clippers have been all very, very hard to pick.
Yeah.
So,
well, we already picked them, so it's like it's done.
Yeah.
But now it's like we don't really know how to do it, right?
So what we're going to do for the 1230 Project is we're going to continue tracking over the rest of the season. I'd like to update it a little more frequently so I don't have to dedicate a full day blocked off to actually tally up the scores.
Yikes.
But at All-Star break, we're actually going to repick with some new information that
with
we
the
have.
asterisk.
And then we'll kind of see where everything falls out.
With the cork bat.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Hey, Guy, who's showing up to the old man's lounge this week? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
One more time.
Oh, man.
Firepower's taking a hold on me. I need a wonder.
Oh, man.
Lots of people, a baker's dozen, in fact, Thaddeus Young, Reggie Bullock, Iman Shumpert twice, Joe Ingles, Yogi Ferrell, Caleb Swanigan, 6 minutes for you, man. You're in here. Zach Randolph. Oh, Zach Randolph.
Oh.
Maxi Kleber. He's in the league. Iman Shumpert, Garrett Temple, Maurice Harkless, and how could you be Skal Labissiere? You know, what's so cool about this is that in the O-Man's Lounge, they get to not only like hang out, lounge, relax, rest and recover from their night of scoring no points.
Yeah.
They also get to drink themselves, you know? Drink themselves slurry. So last, couple of weeks we've had like, the highlights of the Dorian Finney-Smith and Goose. We had the, we had the Jarrell Martini.
Yes.
We had like the Boston, concussion. Let's go with the Z-Bold fashioned.
Wow. I like this.
And instead of the Alabama Slammer, we're going with the Alabama Slam Not, the Alabama Shumpert.
Great drinks. I really like the fact that what you said, Shumpert came here twice.
Yeah, dose.
So we tried to let him out of the club and just like, hey, just come back in. We'll keep it open a little bit longer for you. The O Man's Lounge is always open. So the starters who do not score, you're welcome back anytime to the O Man's Lounge.
Hey folks, Dave DeFore of On the NBA with Dave DeFore here. I'd like to talk to you about my friends over at Harry's, my go-to razor for a smooth, close, and comfortable shave. Almighty Baller Radio is the go-to network for NBA podcasts, but if you visit harrys.com/ballers, you'll get a free trial set from Harry's and find out why over 3 million guys have switched to Harry's. Harry's is all about a great shave at a fair price. With top quality blades made in a German factory with over 100 years of blade making experience, you get a close, clean shave every time, 100% guaranteed, and at half the price of the leading 5-blade razor. So go to harrys.com/ballers, BALLERS today. You'll get the free trial kit that has become my personal go-to every morning. A weighted, ergonomic razor handle, 5 precision-engineered blades with a lubricating strip and trimmer blade, a rich, lathering shave gel, and a travel blade cover. A $13 value, this is all yours for free when you sign up, just by covering the cost of shipping. You're supporting the network here at Almighty Baller, but you're also making a great decision for yourself. The decision to find out how Harry's has fixed shaving for the ordinary guy. Check out that URL, harrys.com/ballers. One more time, that's harrys.com/ballers to receive a free trial shave set for just the cost of shipping.
We are back. Hey, what's good, fellas? Man, what an answer. The only answer to this question, not even the correct one, the only one, is Russell Westbrook. Interesting. Russell Westbrook. I'm doing Harlem Globetrotter shit around my body, spinning on my finger right now. Will crying LeBron replace crying Jordan in the memosphere this season?
Hey, Guy, we got some pretty interesting subjects to talk about this week, and with our traditional give and go here, you and I. So I want to talk about a big story happening this week.
Yeah.
And it's not really even about basketball, but it's just this idea of, should you as an NBA player walk away from a fight in which a player on your team is actually engaging in the fight? Because there's this big controversy this week about Lonzo Ball just walking away from a confrontation. And I don't even care about the confrontation, about what exactly that was, but does it matter to actually back up your teammates?
Who was it against? The Phoenix Suns?
Yeah, I think it was.
So none of this shit matters. But it matters in the context that he's trying to be the star player. He's trying to be like the brother amongst brothers.
Yeah.
And he's just casually walking away from a fight. But why did the fight break out? Both teams suck. I stick with Lonzo Ball and his opinion of this shit does not matter. I'm not going to ruin my hairstyle or my fingers or my knuckles over this.
I get it to a certain extent, but I also think that, like, if you're in it, if you're like completely in it with all your other colleagues and NBA brethren, like,
yeah, you stick up for him.
You got to stick up for him,
What can Lonzo Ball
because
stick up
otherwise,
for?
like, huh?
What can Lonzo Ball stick up for?
I don't know if he really can, but like, it's still like he's gonna get in a confrontation of some kind, and everybody's just gonna walk away as well.
Yeah, sure.
Like, that doesn't seem right. It just seems like you end up being a standalone player on this team.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a good take. You know, what he should have probably done was just stand and look away from the play, like look right at it, but like away from it. He just looked at it and walked away. Like, this is not worth my time. He should have stood with his team. The rest of his team maybe went in to interrogate or intervene.
Yes,
and separate the players and everything. Lonzo could have been around that, but he chose to just go to the bench and sit down.
Yeah, and I think it's the fact of just like ignoring the whole situation and not really standing up for your teammates that I don't like. I do not think that he has to throw blows. He has to be in the actual fight. But I think you should at least pull back the confrontational player, or just get it resolved as quickly as possible.
How would he punch though? Would he punch like from his left?
I don't know. It's probably as good as he raps, which is not at all. So I don't want to see it.
Would he just like whiff?
It would probably actually correct his shot if he started throwing some punches.
But would he just go 1 for 9 on punches?
Probably worse. He would only hit you with a punch from probably the top of the key somewhere.
Sure. Right. I had a quick question for you. So I don't know if this is news or not, but I wanted to see if this raises questions. Mm-hmm. So Curry said after the Game of the Year nominee, your Game of the Year story, 24-second clock, the NBA Finals matchup versus the Celtics is looking like a very, very likely scenario. What's happening? What's happening here?
I think he's right. I think he's right, but I think it's a bit pretentious to state that right now. The Houston Rockets are playing at a level that they are going to give Golden State a run for their money. I think the Boston Celtics, if they continue on, they get additional people back. I mean, the Boston Celtics are here to stay. Yeah. And I actually have some other questions later on in the podcast that we'll talk about them. But I don't think it's news at this point. Okay. I think the game was just a great game and a representation of how evenly matched they are at this point.
Sure. Okay.
But there is a lot of basketball left to play.
Yeah. So the reason why I pegged this out was I dug a little deeper, and I remember Kyrie Irving attending a Steph Curry function or something. Yeah. And they were kind of making fun of LeBron, doing the whole dance with, he was working out.
Oh, yeah.
So they're kind of buddies right now.
Yeah.
Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving leaves Cleveland, goes to Boston. So he's separated from LeBron now. And then this is a kind of a jab at Cleveland. Yeah. They don't have their shit together right now.
Yeah.
Cleveland's not in the finals. It's probably very likely that Boston's going to be facing us. They're better defensively. They're better in cohesion and unity. They're probably going to be in the finals. And it's and I love that you brought up Houston because he's kind of slanting Houston too. So it's this is, I think, much bigger than, much deeper in terms of a topic than he's this is kind of a blanket statement. Mm-hmm. But, right after the heat of the game, right? They lost. Maybe he had to say something like that.
Yeah, I think
I think this is kind of shade at LeBron. I love it. It's kind of budding that rivalry.
I think it is. But I mean, as you look at the standings this week, and as I was kind of researching for today's episode, I mean, Cleveland is slowly rolling back into the mix. They're literally, we've only played 19% of the games.
Yeah.
There's a definite way for them to get back in action. But I think if Boston plays at this level, they are a 1 seed. But it's, the reality is here that it's going to be probably, 1 through 3 in the West or 1 through 3 in the East, that any of these teams can go to the finals.
Yeah, sure. Well, a team that we're not really even talking about right now is the Raptors. The Raptors are seriously under the radar, kicking ass. Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan are back to their all-star form. And then they have all these young players that are coming off the bench being kind of bulldogs. Pascal Siakam and Ike Anu Boy. I can't believe I brought this up and I can't pronounce their names. And some other dudes, like CJ Miles. Yes, a name I can pronounce. And Norman Powell. They're doing really well. And they're just super under the radar. They're kind of we're not needing to talk about them because they're just kind of playing.
It's like Drake. Drake doesn't have an album out. So we're not talking about Toronto right now.
He's not about albums anymore. He's about mixtapes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got into a big confrontation about EPs, LPs, albums, capsules, whatever you can release, just throw it on. I'll listen to it all.
Oh my god.
I'll listen to it all. So, but Toronto's an interesting name. Another name that's not getting mentioned that I still don't know where they belong is Detroit.
Yeah.
I don't want to put Detroit up there, but
Neither do
Detroit is playing at that level right now.
Yeah.
The question is, can they maintain it? I do not believe that they can. I think that they could easily be a 4 or 5 seed longer term, but I don't think it's enough to stay at the top of the East. I still think that we're gonna see the Cavs in that 2-3 range.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So much more to come. But yes, what a deeper, slight statement. Even though he kind of intended it to be one way, but you can glean a lot of information off that one statement.
For sure.
So, hey, there's kind of an interesting news and action around the NBA this week in terms of the Orlando Summer League is actually folding up, and it's all going to Vegas.
Wow.
So
wait, so there's still a Utah one, right?
There is still a Utah one. So I as far as I know, Utah is still in play. But what they wanted to do is they actually wanted it to simulate more of the actual experience, because Orlando was only in front of a few hundred fans and some media and stuff, but they actually wanted to bring it to Vegas. They have 2 courts in Vegas, and you did the whole scene out there last year, but having them come, I mean, Vegas is going to be a spectacle from here on out.
Yeah, we should go next year.
Yeah, I'm in.
Let's go for the weekend.
I'm already booking it.
Yeah, man.
I'm already booking it.
That makes me excited.
That will be a lot of fun. But I think they're right though. Orlando had this thing that was so separate from everybody else that it just didn't necessarily prepare people to go into the league. And I don't necessarily think that Summer League is like the end all be all of preparation, but it is a good step just in front of getting in front of the media. It's like a lot of these guys, you're playing in front of major crowds in college, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. You're now you're evaluated every single day for your potential.
Yeah.
In college, you're part of it. In college, you're evaluated as part of a team, as part of a unit.
Yeah.
Or oftentimes, in standings and everything like that. In terms of draft order, of course, individually, but the scrutiny that you're put under as soon as you're one of those 60 selected is intense. Yeah. And I just think you need to be at the highest stage as quickly as possible.
It's not only that, but it's the players that weren't selected, that weren't drafted, that are in there trying to get your lunch money.
Yeah.
That's what's really insane about the Summer League, is that all those random dudes that are coming at you. That's the physicality that you're going to expect game 1 of the NBA. Game 82 of the NBA, it's going to be another level. So, you have to prepare yourself. And I love what you said about it's the stabilizing transition between college to NBA to see where you might belong.
Yeah. And now it's just, now as an NBA junkie, it's the place we have to
go.
We have to be. So so what's the timing exactly with the finals? It's just like a couple weeks after the finals?
So if I'm probably mistaken. I'm probably wrong here. But so the finals ends mid-June. The awards show and the draft is the last week of June.
Okay.
Summer League is like the second week of July.
Okay. Yeah. Also,
no time off.
Also the craziest, hottest part of trying to be in Vegas.
Yeah.
But they'll have some more courts. Hopefully they get to play at T-Mobile Arena soon.
Oh yeah. That's the hope, actually.
Which would make this really, really fun.
That's the hope. Yeah.
Then we just stay right there. We'll just book it as early as possible so we can just stay and hang around with pros all day.
Yeah. Just bring our tents and just do a pop-up shop.
Yeah, definitely. Guy, I had one other question here. So if you're thinking about the NBA right now and just thinking about the best, this is kind of a crazy question, but who is the solo best team in the league right now?
As it stands.
As it stands, not looking ahead, just like, let's say as of the 19th, not the 16th, as of the 19th.
Yeah. And the 16th, why not?
Who is the actual best team in the NBA in terms of what they've been showing thus far?
I want to see a matchup between Boston and Houston right now, because those are my 1A, 1Bs right now.
Okay.
Golden State has a bit of ego right now. They're not playing their best.
Yeah.
They obviously are the best team in the NBA, but not currently. I'm thinking Houston is on a new level. They're out to prove themselves. James Harden wants that, 1, 2, 3 spot in for votes for MVP.
Yeah.
And Eric Gordon's playing on a new level when he was already 6th man of the year. And Boston is just like team supreme in terms of defensive ability. And they're not a liability. Literally no one on that team is a liability. So I'm looking at those teams as 1A and 1B, and I'm going with Houston as the best team in the NBA right now. the pickups, these low key pickups of PJ Tucker and Luke Maabute of all people have really solidified them as like a top team defensively now. They were trash last year defensively, but they didn't care. By the way, they have Chris Paul returning, and they scored 90 points in the first half, literally blinking.
That's so insane.
So they're shooting the most threes, making the most threes, getting to the free throw line the most, without even really giving a fuck because they're blowing out teams.
Yeah.
And they have Chris Paul returning, and they have all these other players that just score like 4 or 5 threes combined. But then James Harden goes 10 for 10, from the free throw line, or 15 for 17 from the free throw line. And so their product is very efficient. Shooting threes, making layups, getting to the free throw line, and then playing solid D. You can't, knock that. And I don't know how Houston loses to Boston with their system. Golden State has the exact same system, but they don't get to the line as much because they're pure shooters.
Yeah.
So Houston gets to the line because they're Chris Paul flopping and James Harden flopping, and Clint Capella, you have to foul him, otherwise he dunks on your face.
That's 68%
of the time. No, he's dunking better than we are predicting games,
which is fair. He's very good at that. No, I think you're right. I'm actually gonna.
No, don't change. Stick to your guns, man. Stick to that 400-pound goal guns.
I think you're right. I think you have to go. I think you have to go Houston. I think Boston to me seems like they're playing spectacular ball, but they're also playing in the East.
Yeah.
Houston playing in the West with all of the assets that you've mentioned, with James Harden potentially playing his best ball, with Chris Paul coming back, with Eric Gordon just showing just next level prowess. Mm-hmm. You're right. They're a scoring machine, and they're going to win a serious number of games this season. Yeah. And it's you don't need defense when you score 142.
Right. But they have defense, and they're limiting people the less than 100 even. Boston can't keep up with Houston scoring wise.
Yeah.
So Boston will have to do a number on them defensively. They held Golden State, the league leader in points right now, to under 100, under 90.
Yeah, under 90, which is incredible.
That's insane. And that's 20 points less than they are averaging. So can you do that with Houston? Can you get 100 against Houston? I'm not sure. I would love to see that game. That's my game of the year right now. Oh, I can't wait for whenever the fuck that happens.
Okay, we'll have to figure that out.
We'll 12:30 that shit.
Done. Hey, man, there's so
That's
much.
That's a good question though.
I think there's a lot to be gleaned there. Yeah. I think those are clearly. I mean, if you look at standings, they're clearly the top of the heap right now. But like I said, it's early. We could see some shifts, but the way that both teams are playing, they're gunning for the top, and they're gunning to stay on top all season long.
Yeah.
Barring any crazy injuries, I think we have that in front of us to hopefully watch. So we'll post up a date of that game, hopefully on our Twitter.
Sure.
This evening. Sure. So, Guy, take us back to the pop-up shop in the hair salon. What's going on this week?
Yeah, you got to make a stop at the Geese pop-up shop.
You know we do. So
that's very hard to say. I practiced in front of a mirror this morning.
It's a startup. We're working on the marketing.
That's funny. So what are my SEOs? Well, Lonzo Ball. Google trend that motherfucker. Got a haircut today. He's looking clean.
Really?
You said clean? He's looking preen. And he's grooming and shrooming his way to the starting lineup against...
Because he did look like Sideshow Bob, so I'm really glad he did get a haircut.
He followed our advice, though, our subliminal messages on Twitter. Get your haircut.
That's not very subliminal.
Well, I mean, who's paying attention to me? I'm not sure. But Stephen Curry is tweeting at him. 20,000 impressions later. He's growing up some, what is he, herbs?
The dreads, man.
What is he growing though? Like, tomatoes?
I have no idea.
Is it,
I have no idea.
Papayas? Do they go on trees? Yeah. Hey, Stephen Curry, stop growing that tree on your head. Come take a walk with me. Take a stroll around Gee's pop-up shop. We'll get you straight. By the way, he has new hair, and it's awful.
That's
If you didn't know.
That's the clip of the day. All right, Guy. So we're gonna go look at some shoes this week.
Yeah.
For week 5. So
Ooh, what a surprise.
We're gonna describe just a couple of brand new shoes that came out. So who had the best sneakers in week 5? Now this is normally not a thing for the podcast,
No.
but
It's very visual right now.
It's very visual. I just want to.
Ooh.
We're gonna throw out some words as we talk about just a couple of guys who made it into at least ESPN's nominations this week. Jimmy Butler has some just horrendous, like, God, what color are these shoes?
Those are our third jersey colors.
I don't like our third jersey color at all.
It's
like
neon green, man.
no, it's like Play-Doh green.
It's true north. It's the Aurora Borealis green.
Aurora Borealis green. Jordan Clarkson hitting us with some like
Some
80s
cloud shoes.
80s foam cloud shoes.
Yeah.
I really hate it.
Oh, they are called the Foam. Is that his nickname, the Foam? Jordan Clarkson, the Foam?
I'm not calling Jordan Clarkson any nickname. He doesn't. He doesn't deserve it. These are the Nike X Off-White Hyper Dunk 2017s.
Off-white, just like Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, just kind of just.
Oh no!
Why don't we call these the Nike X Block Shot No Dunk
Yeah.
2017s?
Right.
Steph Curry shoes are the worst shoe in this list.
This is trash.
I don't even know what this is. This is the Under Armour Curry 4 Low Dance Cam Mom shoe.
Dance Cam Mom is making names.
Can I just say something?
Go away, Dance Cam Mom.
That too. But Steph Curry, why are you just so bad with shoes?
Yeah.
Like
Every shoe he's released has been awful.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
Bad?
Bad.
Pretty soon,
It's like,
you know how we have like the ugly sweater contest or the ugly sweater like costume party?
yeah.
It's going to be just like wear Stephen Curry's shoes.
It's
come hang
a
out.
direct statement.
Yeah.
It's a direct statement. There's no obfuscating it at all.
No.
Tim Hardaway Jr. wearing the Air Jordan Retro 11s.
Those look like they're from the 70s.
Yeah, definitely. Kyrie Irving. I love these shoes, by the way. Kyrie Irving is wearing the Nike Kyrie 3 Luck shoes. They're a little bit crazy in color.
Yeah.
They also do not look like a basketball shoe.
No.
We'll throw up a couple of pictures of everything here.
They look like they just dripped coffee on it. Oh my god.
I don't know.
There's so many shoes.
There's so many shoes.
Ooh, look
so
at that.
we'll talk about two more here. So let's talk about LeBron's shoes. These are the Nike Soldier 11 Veterans Day shoes.
Wait, what is he saying about soldiers? They wear Velcro?
I guess so. You really have to like Velcro in order to wear these shoes.
All our soldier listeners
probably,
at home.
These are like
Can you verify if
These
you
are like
guys wear
Soldier
Velcro or
Boy
not?
shoes.
Soldier Boy
These are not.
It's the Soldier Boy Tellums?
It's the Nike Soldier Boy Tellum shoe. Hey Nike, I want a piece of that.
Yeah.
So we'll get into last shoe here. Karl Anthony Towns has this like crazy. It looks like a painted wolf. These are the Nike Hyperdunk 2016 customs.
2016 customs in 2017, almost 2018.
These are retro painted customs.
Huh. These are nice. I like them. I don't think I would ever wear them on a first or last date. So somewhere in the middle, maybe.
Never. I wore these shoes on a last date.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right. What are you doing? Eating grapes?
Yeah, I just did.
You know, here on the Pine, when we talk about shoes, we gotta eat. We gotta get our
here on the.
We gotta get our caloric intake.
Why are you eating grapes on the pod, Honda?
Sponsored by Grapes Everywhere.
Sponsored by California Raisins.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, on to the next one.
The lovely segment. Back with the Ramblin' Gambler. I am back. In
He's right
action
there.
for the week. So, man, there's first off, injury. Any updates to the injury bet?
They're still all injured.
No one's injured.
Derrick Rose is out. Dwayne Wade, I guess, has had a flashback game. And then I guess Anthony Davis had a concussion and is ruled out for the next game. They're all out.
You have been corrected, but no one has been injured for
the purpose of the bet.
the specified injury.
Injury bet is still ongoing.
Quick update on the Greek Freak above 30 points. Greek Freak is at 30.1 points.
Oh.
Still riding. Still riding. He's
riding that 30-point pine.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work. So I'm feeling good about that. That has a payoff next week if that goes through.
For sure.
I have a couple new bets this week though, Guy. So as I mentioned earlier, Eric Gordon and James Harden are James Harden and Eric Gordon are 1-2 in 3-pointers made this season. Can they go all season long 1-2?
Wow. So I'm
sorry, not all season long. We'll go to All-Star break.
Oh, to the All-Star break?
Yep. Covington is at 3.
I'll take this bet. I'll take this bet.
You want a 1-2?
I want the field. You want 1-2, right? Oh, you don't want 1 and 2.
No, I'll take 1 and 2, but I want odds because I think Eric Gordon is.
But James Harden is 23s above everyone else.
I know that for James Harden, but the bet isn't on James Harden. The bet is
1 and 2.
The bet is 1 and 2. So can Eric Gordon stay in it? If you offer me 2-1 odds, I will take this bet.
2-1 odds.
10 miniums.
10 miniums.
Call it good. The Rambling Gambler has.
Where's your notepad?
No, it's on the pod. It's on the pod. We're good with this.
Yeah.
We're good with this. So hey, I got a couple other bets though.
Yo.
Okay, this is a crazy bet, Guy.
This is good.
This is a really crazy bet. So who is going to be so thankful they finally have a day off for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
That they come back Friday night, and score the most points. Okay, I'll take my name, and this is 500 minium.
500 miniums?
500 miniums, and I am going.
Hold on. In 1, say it on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Kristaps Porzingis.
Kyrie Irving.
All right. I'm going to say Kristaps Porzingis has the best night of the night.
Okay.
And you say Kyrie Irving?
Yes.
Let's go. 500 miniums.
We got it.
I love it.
Rambling Gambler is back with one more bet, and I think this is one of the funnest bets we've actually engaged in all season. Besides the 1230 project, the last bet is how far does the Boston streak go?
The suck my dick streak?
Yes. The SMD streak could go quite a ways, but how far does it actually go? And I will pull up.
So they are 15 right now.
I will pull up the schedule here so you have the same opportunity to look at it.
It's a whole bunch of W's.
So Dallas, Miami, Orlando, Indiana, Detroit, the Sixers.
This is going to go like to 30?
Phoenix. So I don't want the number. I want the date, and I want the team that they're going to go down to. So
yeah, I don't see a game they lose.
Well, okay.
In this list, do you see a game they lose?
I see a couple of close games.
I see a couple of close games, sure.
I see a couple of close games. So what team actually is Boston Celtics' next loss?
Can you scroll down?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, I don't. Okay. I got it.
Okay, Guy.
Thursday, December 28th.
Are you serious?
Against Houston.
Oh my God.
They are going 30-0. I don't even know how many games this is. This is more than 15.
I think
no way are they going. Oh my God. They're going to lose in like Denver or something. What's your guess?
My guess is actually Denver.
Okay.
My guess is Denver on Wednesday, December 13th. But they are going for a pretty lengthy streak of games won. So that
they could easily go 20-0, like just 20-0. They could beat all those teams.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking Phoenix, Milwaukee, Dallas, San Antonio might be their hardest competition. Not really though, because they don't have Kawhi.
San Antonio's not. Dallas,
maybe at Detroit could be a trap game.
Detroit could be a trap. Sixers could be a potential trap, but Boston's better than the Sixers
Holy
right
crap.
now.
They're gonna go like 40-5, like straight up. Where are they losing?
No, I think there's only some.
What a question, man.
There's only some crazy off game, and I think it's a trap by Denver or Memphis or potentially the Sixers.
Yeah.
But they have to play their hearts out in order to be.
All right, I'm going off the screen, December 28th.
Wow! It is
on an NBA Thursday game.
For those listening in, it is the 19th of November. So Guy is predicting a whole. If you are a Boston fan, you are tuning in to Riding the Pine every single week because Guy is riding the pine with you all the way to the 28th.
Yeah.
So man, Guy, Any other bets this week? Any other thoughts?
No, man, I'm sure we'll come up with some for the next week.
Man, so, hey, we got to hit you. It's best games of week 5. Best games of week 5. Detroit. So I have Detroit versus Cleveland on 11:20. I have Golden State versus OKC, which is a fun game on 11:22. I have Philly and Portland on 11:22, which I also think is an oddly intriguing game.
That's going to be a great game. Those are all the battle before the Turkey Day, right?
Yes.
So they're going to come hungry.
Yes. So the worst games of the week, I have Chicago versus LA on the 21st, a potential worst game of the year nominee. OKC versus Dallas on 11:25. I do not want that. Atlanta versus Toronto is going to be horrendous.
Instead, what are we going to be watching?
Oh, instead, we're taking on another league. We're going to the Ukrainian Basketball Super League. And I don't even know how to pronounce this. I think it's Budavelnik versus Osvolmash. Yeah,
I'll take that with gravy.
You know that's what it is. That's what it is.
I love that team.
So, hey, that's going to wrap up episode 12. Gabe, we'll be back. We'll be back. When are we coming back? We're coming back probably Friday?
Sure, why not?
We'll come back. We'll come back Friday. Hit you right away with the updates and thoughts from the Pine.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's all you need.
That's it. Hey,
a primetime Pine Pod.
And we're gonna show you a couple of these shoe clips on our Instagram,
so you
can kind of see some visuals.
Yes,
some of that. So, all right, that's it. We're out of here. You can find us on Almighty Baller Radio for all of our episodes. Also, there's a whole host of awesome basketball podcasts on Almighty Baller. Please go check them out. These are our friends and colleagues. These guys are as versed, if not more, in the NBA than we are. So I'd love for you to connect with them so you guys can keep streaming basketball knowledge nonstop throughout the season. All right, stay with us. This is Riding the Pine. I am Hondo here with Guy.
We out.
This is a Vencast Studios production.
Tune in, subscribe, and nail to your local public church's doorway.
Riding the Pine, now on Almighty Baller Radio. Tune in and find us wherever fine podcasts are sold.
Break glass in case a podcast emerges. Riding the Pine, brought to you by God Shamwow. Brought to you by Hondo, a.k.a. Brett Hoiberg.
Join us on Twitter at Riding_the_Pine.
I'm back. That little voice inside your head. Listen, our business could use a new laptop, and Office Depot Office Max has huge Black Friday doorbusters. Save $400 on an HP laptop with 8th generation Intel Core i7 processor. Only $449.99. It starts at OfficeDepot.com on Thursday at 12:01 a.m. and in-store Friday at 7:45 a.m. Go ahead, you deserve it. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Limit 1.